riding through the dusty boots. The saddle-worn stars mourn above a ghost town decay, riding through the dusty boots where my heart once lay. Faded tracks, whiskey on my breath, spirit sway. Desert moon cast shadows on the graves that betray. Oh, I ride through the cursed land seeking my dues, past burning churches, the echoes of old bitter feuds. My guns, my promise, my horse, my relentless guide, through the silent desert in the dust we confide. Once loved a maiden hair like the night eyes a rebel's fire, left me for gold, for a thief stoked my rage higher. A train whistle moans through the cold like a choir. In a burning heart, revenge outburns any pyre. Oh, I ride seeking shadows of a love that's lost, through dust storms where my dreams were double crossed. My guns, my solace, my horse, my steadfast pride, among forgotten graves our secrets we confide. In a dead town's church I found them love unkind. Gunshot hymns rang redemption in each round I signed. A specter of her kiss, betrayal's cruel reminder, left them lying part of the dust now behind her. So I ride through the dusty boots along ghost, past ruins of my sins to haunted coasts. My guns now silent, my heart's the heavy guide, through cursed lands in the dust I now abide. Town chapel door, the wind crossed tales of a blood-red lore. Sand grinds slow on an empty street where my boot heels echo and lost loves meet. A bottle's throw from forgotten graves under the watch of whispering names. Pour me a drink of that old ghost whiskey, burns through the tales of the good and the risky. Here in the dust where the dark secrets fall, I'm just a shadow that's bound to the brawl. Whiskey, my confidant, my vengeful friend, on you my last hopes ascending in. Once loved a girl with fire in her eyes, in a town too small for goodbyes. She left me a note by the light of the moon, meet me by the church, come high noon. But the train whistled once, then twice it roared. She was gone with the gold, left nothing but sore. Pour me a drink of that old ghost whiskey, tales of betrayal and love that missed me. Here in the dust where the silent bells call, I'm just a pilgrim at the sorrow's own ball. Whiskey my judge, my jury, my end. In your amber depths my heart beats suspend. Church burned bright like only vengeance could. Her laughter haunts from the embers' red glow, a specter in the flames from the life I once know. Face to the fire, heart to the ground, all that was lost now is found. Pour me a drink from the cursed whiskey jar, each drop a memory, each sip a scar. Here in the dust where the old ghosts dance, I've played my part, took my last chance. Whiskey my reckoning, my final plea. In your shadows I'm forever free. Dawn's early light, where the whiskey whispers secrets and the stars fear to tread. She stands by the doorway, shadow and white, with vows made of venom and roses once red. And dust devils dance where the chapel once stood, and the train's lonesome whistle moans her grief to the cold. In the silvery gleam of that cursed silent wood lies the story of a love bought, betrayed, and resolved. Oh, widow's heart, keep your ghostly vow, sworn over graves where the lost lovers lay. By the burnt church's bell, she's calling him now to the town that the maps and the good folks betray. Underneath that dead oak where they swore to be true lies a ring and a bullet, a story untold. He promised her stars but gave the night's cruel hue. Her bed now a ledger of debts, cold as gold. Her groom found in darkness, his whispers like rust. In a barroom's cruel laughter, her fate turned to dust. Through a curtain of tears she watched love turn to lust. Now the prairie winds howl for the just, does she trust? Heart, curse your bitter vow, bound by the shadows where old lovers stray. By the burned church's silence, she's haunting him now, in a ghost town where hope and the damned souls wait. Under the weeping moon, she finds her old flame with a gun and a Bible. Her tears turn to wrath. In the silence between them, she whispers his name, a vow made in darkness, a straight, vengeful path. A shot in the desert, a fall in the dust, an echo that carries through bones and through rust. The widow's lone vow takes its toll as it must. Love's legend now settled, she turns from the past. Oh, widow's heart, rest your weary vow. Leave the cursed lands where the cold spirits play. By the burned church of shadow, peace finds her somehow in a silent desert where old debts are paid. Out in the shadow of the hangman's tree, where the wind whispers low, cold and free, dust devils dance on a barren plain, and the sun bleeds red like an open vein. Old whiskey bottles clink in the ghost town breeze, echoes of laughter lost in the freeze. Where the undertaker's hymn waits underneath the silver moon's cold gaze. There lies a heart that no longer beats in the land where vengeance and sorrow meets. Hear the train whistle moan through the cursed night, where the undertaker's hymn waits. We find the light. A tale of betrayal by a lover's hand. She vanished like smoke into the wasteland. Her memory haunts every whispered wail in the chapel ruins where shadows prevail. The preacher spoke of sin as the church burned bright. Another soul lost to the desert night. Where the undertaker's hymn waits. Life fades as quickly as the rusty gates creak. In the silence of a forgotten grave lies a cowboy whose heart was betrayed. Hear the coyotes cry to the hollow sky, where the undertaker's hymn waits. The spirit sigh. Stand at the crossroads, gun heavy in hand. The sky splits open over cursed land. Echoes of the past, they rise and swell, caught between heaven and the fires of hell. The truth sharp as a knife cuts deep and clear. Her ghost in the moonlight, ever near. Where the undertaker's hymn waits. Resolve hardens like the frost on cold gates. With each step on this desolate trace, I walk to meet my fate. I embrace, let the desert swallow my mournful cries, where the undertaker's hymn waits. A gunslinger lies. Let the dust settle where it may. In this silent desert, I'll find my way. On a horse, a shadow under midnight side, crossing deserts where the old towns lie. Whiskey bottle empty, heart full of fire, riding through the hollow sky. The wind whispers secrets of a cursed land, through the ruins where the church once grand, burned to ashes in the devil's hand, with my love's name in the sand. Oh, the hollow sky where the lost souls cry, echoes of the deeds under watchful eyes. I ride for vengeance under starlit skies, haunted by the love I can't reprise. Once had a sweetheart, pure and true, her laughter a melody now overdue. Betrayed by a brother I thought I knew, left her in the ground, the morning dew. Train whistles moan like a ghost in pain, through silent deserts and forgotten plains. A badge of honor, now a stain on a heart that's bound in a bitter chain. Oh, the hollow sky where the lost souls cry, through dust storms swirling where dreams go to die. Riding for redemption where the old bones lie, cursed by the love I can't deny. Shadows at the break of dawn, face my brother traitor on the lawn. Bullets sang a deadly song, now he's lying cold, his life withdrawn. Underneath the hollow sky now I ride alone, past the burning churches to the sins I atone. The echoes fade into the stones, a gunslinger's path eternally sown. Oh, the hollow sky witnesses my tone, silent in the desert where my grief has grown.
Under the black sun, in the shadow dunes, old whiskey whispers from forgotten saloons. Dust devils dancing where the church used to stand, burnt wooden crosses just like bones from the sand. Black sun and smoke on this cursed plains ride, with every lost soul who's ever lied. In the silence of the desert where the dark secrets choke, only shadows move under the black sun and smoke. Train whistle moaning across the barren tracks, echoes stir the ghosts of a town they call black. She loved a man whose heart was ill-spun, betrayed by a bullet from a lawless gun. The black sun and smoke where the vultures circle slow and watch over lovers turn to foes. In the silent desert, truth burns and provokes. Nothing's forgotten under the black sun and smoke. snake curled. In this ghostly world was my heart she'd unfurled. The black sun and smoke, now it's my tale that's told. In the flickering light where the night gets bold, I ride for her memory through lands God never spoke. Forever a shadow under the black sun and smoke. With each sorrow filled, toned by a weathered guitar, the song carries the weight of a haunting past, an unrelentless pursuit of redemption or revenge, whichever finds the singer first in the lonely, smoky expanse under the eerie black sun. Black sun and smoke, black sun and smoke, black sun and subnet dances on the truck in the grind. When the sun
out of where the wind cries through the bones of old towns, the shadows stretch long as the sun's beating down. The whiskey bottles lay spilling secrets in the sand. Ghost of a preacher, Bible burnt in his hand. Oh, the prairie's got a curse, dark as night, unseen, wails like a train through the valley of the unclean. Dust storms rise, hiding sins that we all breathe, haunted by the loves and lives we couldn't redeem. Here stood a church, now just char and decay, where I promised her forever, 'neath the cross we'd pray. But the devil's in the dirt and he called my name, led me down the tracks of betrayal and blame. Got a curse, cold as the clay, echoing the shots that took my breath away. Lost souls wander with stories they can't leave, bound to the land that won't let them grieve. Underneath the blood moon I felt her near, her whisper on the wind, revenge is here. A specter of desire, a ghost of spurned love, demanding retribution from the heavens above. This prairie's got a curse and now it's mine to hold a tale of a heart that turned too cold. The wind still whispers through forgotten graves. Here lies a gunman, a lover enslaved. Outlawed by love, damned by fate, on haunted grounds I accept my way.
the shadow of the mesa, where the sun forgets to shine, lies a town too dead for dying, kept alive by ghost of time. Whiskey bottles roll like tumbleweeds, the dust storms hide the sins, while the train whistles mourn for souls, playing tunes of might have beens. Here I'm buried in the ghost town, where the past won't find its rest. Underneath the blood-red sunset, with a badge upon my chest. In the silence of the cursed land, hear the old church bell resound. My heart lies cold beneath the sand, buried deep in the ghost town. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes in this town of shallow graves. Betrayed by kisses soft as lies, led me straight to early graves. Found her locket by the chapel, where all our dreams turned to ash. Echoes of a snake's soft rattle ended with the lightning's flash. Here I'm buried in the ghost town, shadows stretch like fears unmet, haunted by the love I lost and the night we first met. Beneath the cries of dusty winds where old memories confound, my spirit wanders restlessly through the streets of the ghost town. In the valley where the wind moans through dead pines, I found a church with its cross laying bent and burned. The moon cast shadows over blood-stained lines where once lovers vowed, only whispers now return. Dust devils dance where our dreams once stood, whiskey bottle in my hand, feeling nothing good. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. A ghost town sleeps under the starlit grief, a railroad quiet but for my heavy steps alone. She left with the night like a thief in the place where love was all I'd ever known. Forgotten graves whisper of old betrayals, echo in the train's long gone sad wails. Blood on the ashes, the past won't wash away. Fire in the sky, end of the judgment day. Tears turn to dust, whiskey numbs the crashes, haunted by the echoes and the blood on the ashes. Under that old blood moon, I see her face. In every shadow, in every forsaken place, my heart's a prison of what I can't erase. The bullet's cold in my pocket, heavy with disgrace. Blood on the ashes, now it's me who must decide between the love I lost and the dark where I reside. This cursed land holds my soul ever tight. Gonna ride till morning or till I find my fire. In the dawn I'll find my way, or fall to silence where the lost spirits sway.
Under blood moon's watchful eye, the desert breeze a cursed sigh. Whiskey bottles lay empty, tossed aside in ghost town dust. A midnight train moans a lonesome tune, echoes off the silent dunes. Through barred window shadows flicker in rusted trust. Midnight train and smoke, one tracks through lands unspoke. Whistles cut the thick night air, a song of despair, and carrying souls too broke, riding past hopes they choke, bound by the secrets they bear in the cold desert flare. Once loved a girl with wildfire eyes in a chapel under starlit skies. Promised promises made, sealed with a kiss beneath the old oak shade. That love burned down like the church we found, ashes scattered on holy ground. Her betrayal, a knife's sharp blade, and shadows betrayed. Midnight train and smoke, tracks veiled by lies we spoke. Whistles mourn a love that's torn beneath the scorn. Hearts draped in sorrow's cloak, through cursed lands they poke, fleeing from a past reborn in the silent desert's mourn. In the hush of night, by the pale moonlight, I face my ghostly fears. Her whisper in the breeze across the barren trees brings a gunslinger's tears. Revenge, a bitter quest at my weary chest, a badge of years worn thin. With each town I pass through, my resolve to pursue stirs the storm within. Midnight train and smoke, on this path forever yoked. Whistles cry my faded plea through lands that won't let be. Each puff a vengeful stroke, neath the yoke of what she broke. Riding toward my destiny, where spirits are set free.
Out in the ghost town where the shadows creep, dust devils dance where the secrets keep. Old whiskey bottles clinking, mournful song. Railroad tracks stretch cold and long. Lone church burns in the twilight's glow. Flames whisper tales of the heart's woe. Gone with the wind, gone with the night, gone with the love that once held tight. Under the pale moon's judging eye, gone with the lost love, never to retry. We swore our oaths by the forgotten graves, beneath the crosses among the staves. Her laughter echoed a haunting tune of the cursed sun and the darkened moon. But betrayal's knife was sharp and sleek, left my soul hollow and my heart weak. Gone with the wind, gone with the night, gone with the love that once burned bright. Under the stars' cold silent jest, gone with a heart torn from my chest. Silent deserts, the truth I faced, every memory I can't erase. Her ghost in the winds, an endless call through the dust storms that rise and fall. Revenge, a fire that in me resides, right in the dark where vengeance hides. Gone
gone with a lost love in whom I trust. In the shadow of the valley, where the sun forgets to shine, lies a town too rough for devils, soaked in blood red as the wine. Whiskey bottles line the barroom where lost souls come to stand, and ghostly whispers fill the night air neath the cursed and barren. Underneath the moon so hollow, silent screams begin to rise as the dust storms claim tomorrow, masking stars from haunted skies. There's no redemption, only sorrow in this God-forsaken sand. Life and death both share a secret here beneath the cursed land. Once a lover sweet as summer fell to darkness deep and wide. Her betrayal like no other took my peace with her lies. In the churchyard by the river, burning embers told of plans to leave me shackled by her memory, scarred beneath the cursed land. Underneath the moon so hollow, silent screams begin to rise as the dust storms claim tomorrow, masking stars from haunted skies. Love's a ghost I'll always follow through this dry forsaken sand. My heart is empty as the bottles here beneath the cursed land. Train whistle moans a mournful tune across the way so wide and far. Each note a spike within my heart. Beneath the dim and distant stars, the wind it carries both our tales of dreams that turn to drifting sands. No more to roll my face, my fate, with bloodied heart and gun. Revenge and mercy hard to swallow. Either way it's never right. Forgotten graves bear silent witness to the justice I demand. I find some peace amidst the darkness here beneath the cursed land. Where the horizon swallows the sun, in a town where even shadows dared not run, stood the devil's barn, aged wood and sin. Whiskey bottles clinking where hope's light wears thin. Dust storms dance on the edge of the night. Train whistle moans a ghostly plight, a land cursed by the tracks of old wrongs, and a burning church choirs forsaken songs. In the devil's burning barn, flames lick the sky, hearts charred black in the blink of an eye. Where love once lived, now only pain resides. Underneath the ash, where a restless soul hides. He rode under a blood moon's light, seeking solace in the dark, fleeing from the fight. Found her silhouette against the barn's fiery glow, an angel who danced too close where the embers blow. Forgotten graves whispered tales of deceit, of a lover's betrayal and a retreat. In the silence of the desert, truth was found in the crackle of the fire, where hope unbound. In the devil's burning barn, memories consume every whisper secret, every perfumed room. Where love once bloomed, now revenge takes its turn. In the flicker of the flames, where passions burn. Face to face with a gun in his hand, eyes like storm clouds over a parched land. Words fell like raindrops, heavy and slow, a confession in the smoke, a final letting go. In the devil's burning barn, the past meets its end. Forgiveness or fury, on which does it depend? Smoke spirals up to a starless sky, where all is consumed, even tears we cry. In the devil's burning barn, everything's lost, paying the price, no matter the cost. Smoke spirals up to a starless sky, where all is consumed, even tears we cry. Beneath the sliver of a hunter's moon, shadows stretch long over cracked earth and the bones of a town gone wrong. Whiskey bottle clutched in the grip of a trembling hand. Midnight in the desert wind, where the cursed land stands. Oh, how the night cries out in silence so grim. Ghostly whispers dance with the desert wind. Memories haunt me like the train's lonely hymn. Midnight calls me to sins long dim. There's a story etched in the dust of an old church door, about a love betrayed and a vow to settle the score. In the heart of the night, where lost promises lay, a lover's deceit and the price one must pay. Oh, the desert knows my heart, the secrets it's kept, the nights I've roamed, the tears I've wept. In the whispering wind is a promise yet, midnight in the desert never to forget. By the light
to the tales of the desert under infinite skies.
In the shadow of the valley, where the sun forgets to shine, where the whiskey drowns the memories of a better vanished time. Ghost towns scatter across the cursed land under skies so wide and grand, each step stirs the dust of souls who fell by treacherous hands. Dancing with the cursed land, boots sinking in the sand, haunted by the ghostly wails of a lonesome spectral band, where the train whistles moan their melancholy sound. I'm just a shadow in this ghost town, dancing round and round. Winds whisper through the broken panes of the chapel burned and scarred. A love once pledged neath holy cross, now smoldering and charred. Forgotten graves lie hidden beneath the tumbleweed's embrace. Echoes of a pistol's crack still linger in this forsaken place. Dancing with the cursed land under moon's judgmental glance, each twirl a tale of vengeance and of lost forsaken chance. The train's sad song still echoes through valleys low and found, bound by this land. In silence I stand and keep my vigil round. With every star that fades from night, I feel her near, whispering slide the love we lost, the trust betrayed, a reckoning of the debts unpaid. Her voice a ghostly serenade amidst the ruins of promises we made. Facing the dawn with my resolve, in this dusty world I revolve. So I dance with the cursed land, a specter with no command, whirling with the dust storms, a gun still in my hand. Let the church bells toll for what was never found here in this silent desert, forever bound. Forever dancing, forever bound. In the shadow of the moon, where the dead cacti stand, lies a valley veiled in dust known as the cursed land. Whiskey bottles clinking in the grip of ghostly hands, train whistle moan a tune that only the lost can understand. Midnight strikes like a solemn bell. In this haunted haven we dance with hell. Echoes of the trade under despair. Revenge stirs the dust where the dark secrets dwell. A fading town with a church painted in ash, once alive with a love, now succumbed to a backstabber slash. Silent
dash. Midnight strikes, the past unfurls. Among the rubble, the smoke still curls. The wind sings sorrow to the ghostly girls. In their eyes, the flame of vengeance swirls. Here I stand at the edge of despair, facing the ghosts of those who once cared. The truth is sharp as the cold night air. Revenge or forgive, a choice laid bare. Midnight in the cursed land, a tale of dust and bone, where every forgotten grave is a story eternally alone. I choose the path of the weary, let my sins atone. In the cursed silence, I embrace the unknown.
Rusty spurs on dusty boots, under skies of thunderous gloom, crossing trails of broken stones in this town souls moan. Whiskey bottle clutched in hand, shadows stretch from cursed lands. Echoes of a train sad whistle rides the wind through thorns and thistle. I'm riding through the revenge, past forgotten graves, haunted by the love I lost and the choices that I made. And each hoofbeat a pounding plea beneath the hanging tree, in search of peace or ending, whichever waits for me. By the light of a lone star peaking across the plain, her voice still speaking. In a churchyard fire's wake, among the embers my heart stakes. Betrayal's kiss on her cold lips, led me to this apocalypse. A life for a life, the old law reads. In the dust, my conscience bleeds. Riding through the revenge, by silent desert's edge, ghosts of what we could have been, dancing over the ledge. With every mile I claim, I'm called by her name, carving lines of fate and blame in the sands of shame. In the mirror of the night, my shadows cast aside, faced by the man I've become, nowhere left to hide. Meet the eyes of a haunted soul at the duel of dust patrol. Fire and smoke may decide who's lost and who's survived. Still riding through the revenge, where wild spirits bend, the passing noose that tightens with the truths I can't amend. This revenge I ride alone becomes my broken throne in a kingdom of bone where love's never grown. So I'll ride neath the cursed sky till the day I die, chasing shadows side by side with the ghosts of you and I.
whistle cutting through the silence of the ghostly plains at night. Rusty tracks lay like scars across the cursed land's moonlit sight. Beneath the shadow of an old burned church, I sling my weary load. Blood on my boots, whiskey on breath, walking down this desolate road. Midnight train carried me from the sins of my old flame, swirling dust and a howling wind. I've only gotten my ghost to blame. These tracks are cold, my heart's grown old, right into what I can't reclaim. Midnight train, echo my name through towns that forgot their own name. Once loved a girl with eyes like the stormy skies, heart wild as the desert blooms, betrayed by a kiss in a night much like this, under the pale gaze of the moon. We swore by the light of 1,000 stars, now her grave's left unadorned. Every mile I flee, her specter follows me in the chill before the dawn. Midnight train carry me past the echoes of her laugh. Whirlwinds dance with the memories of a love that couldn't last. Tracks of iron, soul on fire, haunted by the paths I paved. Midnight train, sing my pain past the forgiveness I never gave. At the crossroads, stand with fate, gun heavy by my side. Silhouettes in the doorway, vengeance or a bride. But the bullets lay quiet in the chambers of the past, and the doors swing empty as the train screams by fast. Midnight train, bear my sins through the silence of the waste, over mountains of regret, through the valleys of my haste. Let the stars witness under the vast eternal dome. Midnight train, take me home to a place I'll never roam. So I ride this night on rails that whisper tales of a man who's lost more than he's found. As the train fades out like the end of a sad old song, echoing, fading into the dawn. Ghostly plains, whiskey bottles lay bearing forgotten names. Underneath that old gallows tree, a secret's kept in shade. Whispers about a cursed land where the devil's debts are paid. A dust storm soul stirs the sands of sin, where the sun burns scorn as the tales begin. Train whistles cry like a siren's eerie wail, guiding lost souls on this damned and dusty trail. In the devil's silent grave, where the shadows go to weep, lies a tale of a man with promises the devil didn't keep. Burning churches lit the night with flames that kiss the sky. Echoes of the fallen ones who never meant to die. He rode from the east with revenge in his eyes, past the forgotten graves where the lone coyote cries. Love lost to a bullet by a traitor's cold hand. In the depths of the silent desert he made his final stand. The town was empty, a ghost of the past, a testament to memories that weren't meant to last. Her locket in his pocket and her vision in his gaze, He drank from a bottle marked with yesterdays in the devil's silent grave, where the lost spirits roam. Stands a man seeking vengeance in the place he once called home. The night air carries sorrow of love and bullets spent as he searches for the traitor on a path of lament. At the crossroads he faced the fiend, in the dust where truth and lies intervene. Your soul or your enemy, the devil's voice did croon underneath the haunting glow of the bloodshot moon. Sleeps with the wrong set right, out where the wind moans its final plea. The devil's silent grave keeps its company.
In a town too rough for dawn's light, where the dust swallows your name, whiskey bottles lay like broken dreams beneath the old saloon's frame. The desert moon hangs a silent judge over streets that know my sin. Heard the whistle of the midnight train as the shadows danced within. Gone with the midnight train through cursed lanes under starlit pain, riding past forgotten graves where the souls of the fallen remain. Echoes of betrayal, the screech of tracks, in my heart a burning chain. All that's left is a ghost of love, gone with a midnight train. I loved her like the prairie white, wild winds in her hair so fair, but she vanished with a preacher's vow in a church left to despair. Found her note by the morning light, stained with last night's rain. Promises turned to whispers, crushed by the sound of the midnight train. Gone with the midnight train through silent deserts in my silent blame, chasing down dusty storms with my heart tied to a name. Haunting whistles taunt my revenge through the cold, through the strain. She's just a specter in the wind, gone with the midnight train. By the old tracks I stand, had low as the night whispers confess.
such a forgotten caress. The train's a beast on iron paths, with a heart fueled by my pain. Every mile screams her name, weaving through my veins. Gone with the midnight train, through landscapes of my own heart's terrain, past burning churches, through storms of sand, to where all is lost, nothing gained. This outlaw's tale ends on these tracks, amidst the echoes of a refrain. Love, a fleeting shadow, forever gone with the midnight train.